All right, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pastrami Nation podcast. We are the meat of pop culture. My name is Nolan Smith. I'm the editor and co-founder of Pastrami Nation. Joining us today, we have the godfather of toys, Christian. Welcome.
Sure. What's going on? How are you
You got to
guys?
stick with it.
Yeah.
and hosting today's show, we have our entertainment editor for Pastrami Nation, along with his son Eli. Please welcome Kevin Hoskinson.
Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Man, Eli. So this kid got home from school today, and I barraged. I like jumped on him. I'm like, dude, you got to see this. Did you see the news? Did you see the news?
I wasn't even able to walk in the door.
Yeah, because knowing this kid, he's gonna jump on TikTok, YouTube, and just read a headline and be like, "Did you know?" I have to show him the whole video. We're just gonna jump right into it, guys. Y'all know what it is. If you're all watching, you guys know what it is. Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine. Logan in Deadpool 3, and he's in the MCU. Like, this is insane. I don't think anybody actually expected it. I think everybody wanted it. Nobody actually expected it. Big news. Like, it blew my mind, dude. Like, I'm still like it's insane. It's crazy.
And what a way to announce it too. Like,
Yes.
how, I mean,
Very Ryan Reynolds-ish, right?
So
like,
good.
it was right up his alley.
Yeah, because my thing is I kind of had it spoiled a little bit before because I saw the Deadpool logo and the three the three claws through it, and I was like, wait, like this has got to be fan made or something. I was like, it just popped up. I was like, what is this? And then of course I go to Twitter, and Twitter's just like on fire. I'm like, what is happening? So I had to watch the video, and genius, man. The video, the reveal was genius. If you guys haven't seen it yet, anyone who's watching or listening hasn't seen it yet, go to YouTube. You could even Twitter Ryan Reynolds, and it's
on all his socials. Yeah, you'll see it everywhere.
Such a great video. It just kind of like, he's talking about how they have, they're working on Deadpool 3, getting everyone excited. Then they're like, I got nothing, except we have one idea. And then freaking Hugh Jackman just like walks by quickly in the background. He's like, "Hey Hugh," he's like, "Yeah, how do you feel about playing Wolverine one last time?" I just love the way he's just like brushing it off. He's like, "Yeah, sure, Ryan."
Yeah, sure.
Like, man.
And then the cut to Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love Hugh," which is awesome. Fantastic.
Oh my gosh,
I didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming at all.
Nobody did. And I think so. I've been seeing a lot of conversation about it, obviously, right? Like people are talking about the Logan effect. Like, how will it affect Logan? Logan was such a beautiful swan song for the character. Everyone was like, this is the final goodbye. And the same thing happened with Professor Xavier, right? Too, because that was supposed to be his swan song as well. Bless you. But he came back, obviously, small role, but in Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse opens a bunch of doors.
It does. Do you guys feel like this is going to affect Logan at all? The effectiveness?
I always thought of Logan as like a fast forward. Like it was like, we were flashing forward to see the end of his story. So
right.
I get it because it's the last thing that we get to see him in. And like, how do we want to like, are we willing to change that? I think, if they treat this well and they do this right, this could be really, really cool. Here's the thing. I'm not a fan of the Fox movies, like period. I think the X-Men movies are hot garbage. With the exception
Days of Futures Past.
Thank you. Except for Days of Future Past. Most of X-Men too. But all the rest of it I'm like not a fan of. But the Deadpool movies I love, and I think Logan is one of the best comic book movies. Period. So I'm happy. I really just wanted a full recast of the X-Men, and this could still just be like a John Krasinski thing where they're just bringing him in for one movie. If he ends up being our MCU Wolverine, I'm kind of okay with that too. Like, so yeah. I'm fine. I love Hugh Jackman, and that man can do no wrong, in my opinion. So.
No, absolutely. I completely agree. What about you, Nolan? What are you? I mean, I'm sure you seem excited as everyone else, man. Like we all are, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. And I want to echo what Christian said about how the Logan was like a fast forward. So like Marvel Comics is notorious for making books called The End. So they made Hulk The End, Wolverine The End. And it takes you to the end of their life and what the last thing that happens to them is. And that's what I felt like Logan was. I felt like Logan did a fantastic job of it. So I don't think it's going to diminish anything. Not at all. I think fans have been wanting this. I think Ryan Reynolds has been wanting this for a very long time. But I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds was made to play Deadpool. So to be able to... Deadpool's power is regeneration, right? Like you can chop him into a million pieces and he comes back. Why wouldn't you put Wolverine in there so he could do that? Like to me, it makes total sense. I think it's going to be like the buddy cop film we never knew we wanted or needed. And I'm 100% on board. And for it to be a fall movie is very, very bold of Marvel, right?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Every time I think of fall movies, I think of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow and how it bombed. And that was a September movie. There's not very many September hits. But then again, there wasn't very many February hits until Deadpool. So,
Right. Yeah. Like the early months used to be like a death. It used to be a death place, where you put the movies in January, February, especially like horror
March was
stuff.
really like the cutoff, right?
Yeah. But over the past few years, I mean, even before COVID, like you can release a horror movie in January and February, and you can make, millions of dollars. So yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Nolan. It is kind of risky of them to do that, especially in September. But I mean, it's going to make money. Like there's no way,
no question. Right.
Yeah,
I do think going back to Nolan, what you were talking about, them doing like a buddy cop thing, kind of almost what they did with the second one with Cable. So like, I think they've kind of have to like, be careful to not really
don't retread, right?
Right. Don't retread it. But that being said, I don't know. I'm happy to see Ryan back in suit. I'm happy to see Hugh put the stuff on. I'm sure we're gonna get Cable back in this one too. So I think it'll be kind of fun. Wolverine did have his run on the Uncanny X-Force, so he was an X-Force member too in the comics. So different X-Force, but still cool. I'm kind of
holding on hope to what the story is going to be. So even though Wolverine's in it, I just got to throw it out there. I want it to be based off the first 25 issues of the Deadpool ongoing series, which is where Deadpool hit absolute rock bottom in his life and wanted to end it. I want Wolverine to come in there because like everything went wrong to him. Like he thought he was dating this lady and it wasn't really her. It was somebody with a hologram just trying to mess with him. Right. He thought he was joining X-Force and they told him like, you're horrible. Why would we ever want you? Like he messed up the Field of Dreams. Like it was like the biggest like downslope of a character all leading up to this guy saying like, I'm going to come kill you. And he's like,
the cool thing is too, like now you can, you can throw in events in the MCU that we've seen that he totally messed up, right? Like what if somehow he allowed Thanos to get one of the Infinity Stones or something, like, oops, like my bad.
I mean, I think that'd be so cool. Yeah. Really make him the ultimate loser of it where he just like, I'm done. I keep trying and I suck.
They're also obviously going to have to address the fact that Josh Brolin is also Thanos as well as Cable.
Oh, yeah.
So that's definitely something
they have to
address. But I don't know.
In Deadpool too, when he's like zipping Thanos.
Yeah. John Krasinski tweeted. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think he like responded to the original tweet from Ryan Reynolds, and he said, "Is this our movie?" Like Krasinski said that. If you look at the timeline too, Deadpool is scheduled to release right before Fantastic Four, like the month before Fantastic
That's true.
So,
dang.
So very interesting. I don't know what Krasinski's doing there.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, nothing.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I just think like he's been playing coy about like if he's going to be Reed Richards or not. There's been a lot of rumors that there's all these other people that have been cast as it. I just think if he wasn't in the role, if he wasn't actually going to be it, he wouldn't be like, I don't know. Because you know what I mean? That kind of is, you're poo-pooing on, if it is somebody else, that sucks for them. Because then you're like building up hope with the audience to think. So I think there's still a good chance that we're getting John Krasinski as Reed Richards. And I'd be really happy to see that. So
absolutely.
I don't know. Really excited just to know that they're working on it and just to know this. It's huge.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking to Eli earlier about how previous interviews with Hugh Jackman, he's like, the only way I'll come back to the MCU to be Wolverine again is if I get to fight the Hulk.
Yes.
Like that was one of his like main things. He's like, I'll come back if I can fight the Hulk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now you can do that, right? Like, the Hulk can show up in some capacity in this movie, and he can fight the Hulk.
What if it's different Hulk?
It could be. Well, I think we were talking too. It'd be hilarious if they brought in like Ed Norton as like their version of the Hulk.
Well, there's that, but what about a completely new Hulk? Because there's also the multiverse.
Yeah, no, I know. That's no fun though.
But we want to see Mark Ruffalo.
But as we know, the movie's gonna be directed by Sean Levy, who, you know, he did a lot of Stranger Things, Free Guy, Real Steel, all these really great, you know, has a great relationship with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, Real Steel, right? So it's funny, he tweeted today, he's like, I like to thank Stranger Things for teaching me how to keep my mouth shut. He's like, I've been sitting on this news for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So, cool. That comes out September 9th, 2024. Mm-hmm. So that will be exciting.
Be waiting patiently for it,
dude. That's exciting. We're all excited for that, and that was kind of a quick detour because that news was huge, and we had to talk about it. And it's some really, really huge news. We really wanted to talk about today. Listen,
sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but before I don't know if you guys heard, and it's not that big of a deal, but I guess they before we get into our big topic that we're going to be talking about, they confirmed that in Black Panther 2. Namor will absolutely be a mutant.
Yes, I saw that.
So that's kind of huge news. Yeah. He is like canonically in the comic books. He's very much like tied to the X-Men and is a mutant. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really cool. What they're doing. They also confirmed the runtime, sort of.
I saw that.
Like 2 hours and 41 minutes. So it's like the second longest MCU movie.
Yeah, because I think there's a lot more going on than what we see. I don't think Namor's a villain at all. Like I think they're gonna have some conflict, but I think they're gonna have to fight. I think some
sort of puppet in a way.
Yeah, or something's going on because I mean, especially for 3 hours, you know. Oh yeah, sorry, Nolan.
Pastrami Nation sandwich. People.
What's that?
Yeah, I think there's 2 people in the running for that, for kind of being the villain of Black Panther 2. Because I agree. I think Neymar's he's a MacGuffin. Like Namor is classically an anti-hero, right? But he's not a downright villain. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking Atuma, you know, which we've seen already in trailers, might be kind of the evil they unite against. But my money's more on Doctor Doom.
Dude, that would be an amazing.
If you want somebody who's pulling the strings, come on, you need Victor Von Doom.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be more of Atuma though, because Atuma is an Atlantean along with Namor.
Yeah, but I also feel like that would be the best reveal ever for Disney, for just them to just pull in Doctor Doom, right? You have the new actors playing Doctor Doom premiere in Black Panther 2, and then have an end credit scene or something revealing the cast of the Fantastic Four. Like
that would be so smart, because we talked about that. Like when do they reveal it? Now that they passed D23 and now that they passed Comic-Con, you know, that's a really good point.
I think that's the way to do it. You know how many people would lose their, you know what, if they saw that like on screen? I think that's the way. And Kevin Feige, if you're watching or listening, I just gave you an idea, so you're good. And if you ever want to come on the show, please, we're here.
Yeah, we'll squeeze you in.
We'll squeeze you in. You know.
How would they explain Doom?
They'll do it, man. They've done it before.
Like we'll
CXU is a genius, and I did see one tweet today about how Warner Brothers They said Warner Brothers keeps stepping on rakes when it comes to their superhero movies, but somehow Kevin Feige was able to convince Hugh Jackman to come into the SVU. And
how are they going to keep Deadpool rated R?
Oh, they are.
They are. They've said that since the beginning. Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
I hope they do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They always do. So, guys, it's the end of September. It's that time of year. Spooky season is upon us. October is upon us. Halloween is upon us. Now, fun times. Yeah, we love it. Oh, him not so much. He's not really a big horror fan, but you know,
I'll watch him.
He'll watch them because I make him watch them.
I think Kevin's not a big horror fan either. So yeah.
Oh no, I despise horror. Horror is my least favorite genre,
especially Scream. Yeah.
But, you know, it's one of those things.
Like, Scream,
you know, it's one of those things where you can watch. you can, horror is all year round for some people like me. I love watching a horror. Anyone can watch a horror movie any time of year, but there's something special about watching them, experiencing horrific things. Not too horrific, right? Like I'm talking like haunted houses. I'm talking about, pumpkin patches with cool mazes. Whatever you like to do during this time of year, make whatever makes you happy. A lot of people have their traditions, right? A lot of people have their specific movies they watch, their specific TV shows, what they like to do around this time of year. And I just thought it'd be fun for us to kind of talk about our favorite things to do around this time of year, our favorite movies to watch, our favorite TV shows to binge, whatever you guys got,
to play,
video games to play, whatever you guys like doing, so we can just go down, if you guys have anything that comes to mind, just bring something up. Let's talk about it, kind of talk about what it means to you and what you love about it. And hopefully you guys listening or watching, if you want to check some of this stuff out, please let us know what you guys think. If you guys are fans, you're not fans, let us know. We're always open to talk to you guys. So I want to open it to you guys. What are some of your favorite like horror movies to watch around this time of year? TV shows, video games, whatever it is. Let us know.
I'll start. Go ahead, Eli, please.
Yeah.
Village.
Oh, Resident Evil Village, yes.
Nice.
House Beneviento is one of the most terrifying things I've ever played in a video game.
I really didn't jump that much.
It's a whole story.
I am also not much of a horror movie person. I'm not opposed to it. I don't know. I like if it's like I'm like more of a thriller, I think. Or if there's like something like Shaun of the Dead's a lot of fun to me, and like. Is Pan's Labyrinth considered horror? I don't know.
I'd say, yeah, I think it's horror.
It up there. It's got some elements.
Right, okay. I think that's a masterpiece. But for me, I am more like likely to play a horror game, and like easily within the last 10 years. Kevin, I saw that you just kind of started it, The Last of Us.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of which, they just dropped the trailer for the series. Woo! Like I'm so excited.
It looks good, and I haven't even finished the game, and I'm already on board with the show. I'm like, this looks amazing. Those clickers,
God dang. There's some shots pulled directly from the game, which is really kind of exciting to see. But I love, and I don't know how many people have played both of the games, and I'm going to be careful because I don't want to spoil anything for you. I absolutely adore both of the games, and that can be very controversial. I got into fights with students. I failed students because they disagreed with me. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm joking. But 2 is a damn good.
Last of Us 2
is damn good too.
Honestly, I've been waiting to play the games for a long time, right? I've been waiting to play the first one for a while. I have it for PS3, but I had it for PS3 when I had the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One and all these other systems that were a little bit. I was waiting for a version that I can play where I didn't feel like it was so clunky and stuff, right? So I finally got the PS4 or PS5, was able to download the PS4 remaster. But I really am playing it because I really want to play 2. Like 2 for some reason, everything I've heard about 2 and the story, and it kind of hits these beats that I feel very passionate about, which I feel like they hit in the game itself. And there's certain reasons why I want to check that game out, but that's definitely at the top of my list of games to play.
How far are you right now on the first game?
I'm not very far, and this isn't spoilers, Nolan. I know you're going to be playing.
Yeah, don't do it.
No, we just met up with Ellie.
Okay,
and
cool.
We're going through. I'm with what's her name?
I don't even know. Don't look at me.
The girl.
She's the kind of liaison between.
Yeah. I'm with her, and we're just walking. We're just trying to get Ellie to the city hall.
I would imagine for you guys, it's going to hit different playing as parents.
Dude, when he said like that opening scene, Nolan, I can't talk about it.
I'm getting emotional thinking about it, and I'm not even a parent.
That like, opening it's rough, man. I had played it again a while back. I started it on the PS3. I had played it, but I didn't really quite remember how it got from point A to point B, right? I remember what happens, but not completely. It wasn't until I was playing this remastered version that I was like, my mind was just like, I was almost in tears. Like I was just like, nah, man. And especially being a parent, right? Yeah. And then you meet up with the little girl and her name's Ellie. I'm like, my daughter's Ellie. Yeah. And I'm like, wow.
Oh man.
It does hit. It hits on a different level.
I think like when I got to the end of the first one, when Dana was kind of over my shoulder watching me, she can't play horror games, so she'll watch me play, and we very much disagreed about the ending. I was just like, yes, hell yes, and she was like, nope, and I was like, you don't get it. She's like, I don't care, nope, and I'm like, yep. And then even more so on the second game, we both agree with, but I can see how divisive the second game will get. I don't know how much you know about the second game, but man, people were like, it got toxic. Like,
I again, I didn't get into spoiler territory, but I got enough of the toxicity to know that I really wanted to play it because of reasons why certain groups of people were upset. I was like, no, that's awesome. Like, that's exactly why I want to play it.
I think, like, not to get into it, but like, it's designed for that. They like, however, I felt like also, and when it happens, you're like, what the hell? What the hell? And then, like, by the end of it, you're like, I can't wait for you guys to get through it so we can talk about it. But
just real quick, I kind of want to go through some of these comments real quick. I know I've been really Pablo, what's up, man? Arturo, hey guys. Anthony Blanco, yo, what's up, my fellow deli meats? LOL. I love that. That's great. Pastrami, you can win a Pastrami Nation sandwich. Leave a comment and we will draw a winner on Friday. If you guys haven't yet, please comment and let us know. And Anthony Blanco, we need to link up on these systems, Nintendo, Xbox, PS5. We can do that for sure. But yeah, The Last of Us is amazing so far. So I'm excited to see where it goes, man.
Yeah, I just think like what Naughty Dog does with storytelling, of the last like 10 years, I would say The Last of Us 2, and then Red Dead 2. Like,
Red Dead.
They also had like that horror DLC for like the first Red Dead that was really fun.
The zombie, isn't it the Undead Nightmare or something?
Yeah, that was so much fun.
So I'd say for video games, like obviously Resident Evil, like Village especially, was just like super unnerving. Even the first Bioshock has a really, really cool atmosphere, really spooky, really great atmosphere. I'm playing, this kind of ties into one of my movie picks, but there's the Blair Witch game, which is actually pretty well done. It's not perfect by any means, but it's properly spooky, kind of gives you the feeling of the movie and kind of brings you into that world in a really cool way. But I'm always trying to find good horror games to play.
And then another one, Dead Space. I love especially specifically the first Dead Space. I wasn't even into horror games. I had students that were like, dude, you have to play it. Put on headphones, turn off all the lights. And I remember like 5 minutes, I'm like, nope. And it was like way too freaky for me. I platinumed that game though. I love that game. And also I know the creator of Dead Space is coming out with Callisto Protocol. So
I heard about the Protocol one.
Yeah, that looks really good too. So it looks very much in that same like vein of Dead Space. So really excited.
Have we picked out our Halloween costumes this year? Party at Anthony's house.
I can show you mine's
hanging
right there.
See, that's awesome. I just have to say one thing about Halloween costumes. My parents, my kids, my children, my family has betrayed me and abandoned me. I had finally convinced them. I'm like, look, guys, there's 4 of us. Stranger Things is this huge thing. You guys love Stranger Things now. We could do Ghostbusters finally this year. We can do Ghostbusters. There's 4 of us. Let's do Ghostbusters. And they're like, yeah, that sounds amazing. Let's do it.
We never promised anything.
Yeah, this kid wants to be some anime dude, and my wife and daughter are planning. Who are they planning on being? From like Mean Girls. They're planning like some Mean Girls costume. I'm like, you guys have abandoned me. It's just me and the dogs now.
Here, I'll.
Oh man,
this is.
Look at that,
dude. That is awesome.
Dude, like the patches. They're like everything is accurate.
I have to call my daughter in here after the podcast because she needs to see that.
Well, we got like, dude, this was not cheap, but it was worth it. I don't know. And then we actually just went. I got his Reeboks. Dana's been working on the wig. I'm going all out, man. It's gonna be so hot. But
that's awesome. Yeah, Nolan, what are you gonna be for Halloween this year?
A tired dad. But I did pick up a Halloween shirt that just came out on the bodega from Super 7. So when it comes, I'll rock it on a podcast. Jason calls it the Frankenflame. It's super cool. It's like Frankenstein with this green fire around him, and then it says Frankenstein in Japanese underneath him. It's cool. Super cool shirt. So just something to rock. I imagine. Well, we have a costume for the baby already from Disney. It's a really cool like skeleton one with little Mickey bones and little Mickey
that's
mouth.
awesome.
It's really cool. And then my stepdaughter's going all steampunk with the plague doctor mask.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll be cool. But for me, Halloween's funny. So probably 10 years ago, maybe 11, I interviewed for Spirit Halloween, and they asked me what your favorite horror movie is. And in the application, I said, I'm not really wild about the genre. I just want a job.
Mm-hmm.
I got the job. I worked at Spirit Halloween for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved it. And what I would say for like traditions and whatnot, like with Jason and my family over there, it was always like the real spooky stuff. So the American Werewolf in London, Silver Bullet, and Legend of Boggy Creek, which is really old about Bigfoot.
Yeah, that movie's amazing.
But now over here, I was introduced to Hocus Pocus by my wife and stepdaughter. So we're gearing up for Hocus Pocus 2
next weekend. This weekend.
Yep.
Friday. Yeah, it comes out Friday. We're gonna actually be watching it Friday night, man. And then of course Disney's Zombies. Watched all those with them.
Yeah.
Because
I watched the
PG life.
I'm not gonna watch the third one.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
They're
they
fun,
still
dude.
find the way
You
to
just-
sneak that song in there too, so you're good.
Yeah, you go in there, you just have fun and watch them.
And then, of course, like video games, everything that Christian said, but I would add Resident Evil 2 in there. To me, that is one of the scariest games ever. And then being an action figure collector, I just want to throw out. I think Jason showed off some of these before, but so the Universal Monsters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, the April. He got it.
Yeah, so the April one's probably my least favorite, but it's NECA. It's amazing, man. And you got all the turtles on there on that side. Boom. All dressed up as Universal monsters.
Dude, that's so cool.
That's definitely a way for, that I celebrate Halloween. And one more is Jada Toys actually did a whole line of Universal Monster 6-inch figures this year. And if you haven't checked them out, they're actually super cool. This is the first time they've done like actual action figures. So I did a review on the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I recommend checking it out. It's super cool. But yeah, right now Hocus Pocus 2 is probably the big focus for Halloween for us. And then hitting downtown Disney and just checking out the whole Disney vibe,
So that's what the costume is for. We got tickets for Oogie Boogie. So Disney does at
the bash, yeah.
At DCA, they do Oogie Boogie like I think 3 times a week or something. We actually got tickets for Halloween night. So we're going all out. It's pretty fun. Like I'm going to be Eddie. Dana is Ahsoka. If you guys follow, I don't know if anybody follows Dana, but you guys should anyway. But she has posted like from time to time. She's going to do Ahsoka. Like her costume is absolutely legit. Like
that's awesome.
I would like to see that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she's doing Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka, but I think she also wants to go back and do season 7 Ahsoka. Like from like those last 4 episodes. But yeah, man, she did like the whole thing and it looks super legit. So
nice. I got an idea then. Why don't we, because we do our podcast every 2 weeks. So as we grow closer to Halloween, when we do the one right before Halloween, why doesn't everybody, if you can, come in your costume? and let's see what everybody looks like and whatnot. And I'll rock my Frankenfire shirt just for you guys. But I think that'd be cool. Fun. And then, of course, if you're watching right now and you're commenting, when you do your Halloween costume, tag Pastrami Nation, hashtag Pastrami Nation in there. Let us see your costume, and maybe we'll share screens and show your costume live on the air as well.
Please, that would be so much fun, guys. I love that idea. Costume
contest. Heck yeah.
Anthony says he's going as Itachi, and my son is Naruto.
Naruto.
Cool. Sorry. I'm with Nolan. Resident Evil 3 is his fave. That's from Pablo. Did you guys see the Stranger Things Ninja Turtles crossover figures?
I saw them, but I passed on them. I'm not the biggest Playmates fan.
Yeah, I saw them.
Playmates.
Yeah, not to be mean, but
let's do it.
It's kind of cool, but I feel like Ninja Turtles, they've done crossovers with the Karate Kid and now Stranger Things. They're doing crossovers with everything.
You know, it was a cool idea, but the first thing I thought when I saw it, I was like, this is like the most like reaching cash, one of the most reaching cash grabs I've ever seen. And it's cool, right? Like it's a cool idea, but I was like, what does that? I mean, I could see Cobra Kai and Ninja Turtles, right? Like, that makes sense.
But do it well, you know?
Yeah.
Like if it's NECA, like if NECA did Cobra Kai turtle figures, we would all be buying them.
Exactly. Know? They're going to announce, Ninja Turtles X Game of Thrones, and it's
exactly.
It's like a 2-pack.
Well, I saw the Ninja Turtles Street Fighters coming out.
Yeah, I saw that, and that kind of makes sense.
That kind of makes sense too, though, right?
Yeah, and like
I don't know. Doing them.
Yeah, and Street Fighter figures are kind of hard to come by. They're not like normal in stores. Like you got Storm Collectibles, you got Bandai doing it. You got
and then you have Jada Toys doing it this year.
That's true. I remember you posted about those, so that's really cool.
Somebody put Playmates. Playmates are all right. Yeah, they're all right. I agree. I mean, their last Ronin figure coming out still looks okay. You know, the NECA one looks eons better, but it's still okay. I might still get the Playmates one because I grew up off of Playmates. You know,
we think we all did.
Figures we had. You know, but they got to put a little quality into it. You know, man, this has turned into a fun conversation.
No,
I bought one of their recent ones. I think it was like a Leo and like Rocksteady or Bebop or somebody. The 2-pack, it was like maybe from last year. I didn't even get Bebop out of the box. I took Leo out and I'm like, because I got all the NECA ones and I'm like cool with my NECA ones. They had the Street Fighter Turtles in stock today at Target. Picked them up. Now I'm going to return them. Thanks, guys.
Don't return them.
Don't return them.
No, the Street Fighter Turtles ones are cool, man.
Those are
cool.
Those out.
Yeah, I would buy just for the Street Fighter.
I'd get those ones. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna take them back, really send them one of our way if you want.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we're right here. You know, and hey, I'm local, so.
Speaking of figures, I want to talk about these since it's Halloween time. We got these. I'm sure I've showed these before, but these Toonie Terrors are just what?
The flex.
Why did you say that?
You have so many of them.
I know. It's not a flex.
He is about to
this
flex
guy right here. Yeah.
But see, he doesn't show them all off.
Oh, I can. I have no problem. So, but
is he equipped for that?
So
those are so cool.
Like this Ash one is cool. Oh, I love this one. The Sam. The Sam is really cool.
The one I wanted to pick up was the Beetlejuice figure. I've always wanted to pick up. Like that.
Oh yeah, I got the Beetlejuice and the I got a few more too. I haven't collected them all yet, but I'm working on it.
The Jaws looks really cool.
What's that?
The Jaws one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Jaws one is amazing. I had to take this one out of box because it was bothering me that it was in a box and you only see it from the side, and it didn't make any sense to have to see it from the side.
That's cool.
Look at it, it's so well done though, man. I love that.
It's just like this, it's a Saturday morning cartoon version of Ghostface, which I love.
Like Scooby-Doo and the gang are gonna come after Ghostface.
Yeah, right. And I think they should do a crop. That would be an amazing crossover. Scream is one of my all-time favorite franchises, in case y'all didn't know. Love Scream. I love the first one especially. I recently just got it on 4K, and man, it hits so much differently. Like that. I don't know if you guys. What's that?
It just hits different in 4K.
No, it really does. It really does. 4K is like a whole new ball game, right? It's like I never experienced it till I watched this on 4K. It was really my first 4K that I actually experienced in its full 4K glory with the PS5. So we have a 4K TV. We just never really got to, it didn't have a player. We got the PS5. I decided to buy a couple 4Ks because I wanted to test out the capabilities of the TV and the PlayStation 5. And we watched Scream, and that was like our first movie ever in 4K. And it's so crazy how much stuff, you notice all these things, but until you watch it again with this crisp picture, you notice so much more in the background, so much more stuff happening. It's insane. So that was a really cool experience. That's one of my favorite Halloween movies in general. And I love fall time. I love Halloween. I love the fall. I love the weather, especially the weather in fall.
Yes.
Man. It's so amazing. And like I said, Scream is one of my favorite horror movies to watch, especially around this time of year. All 5 of them now. 5, yeah. I like part 5 a lot. But the Blair Witch Project is one of my other favorite movies to watch around this time of year. You can't go wrong with that. Still one of my favorite theatrical experiences ever. I watched it in a little theater called the Neptune up in Seattle, back when it was still kind of this little tiny movie. 99, right? It came out in 99. It was really, really cool experience. Scared the crap out of me, scared the crap out of everyone there. It's just an amazing movie still.
So 1999, I don't even know how this happened. I'd have to ask my friends about it. It was before the movie had come out. It was like, I think months and months before the movie came out. We went over to my friend's house. Shout out to Nina. And she was like, guys, I have this cassette. She brings out this cassette tape. And she's like, it's about these people camping. I don't know. So like, we had no idea what we were about to watch. And it was Blair Witch Project. And we thought, like, because of, like, we hadn't heard any, like, marketing for it or anything, we just thought this was real. Like, somehow she got this, like black, like,
oh,
black
really?
market, like, bootleg thing. So we were freaked out.
Get a
Like,
snuff
freaked out.
film.
And then, like, I think, like, after a few weeks or a few months, like, we start seeing, like, advertisements for the movie. We're like, oh, my God, that's the thing that we saw. We're like, okay.
It's crazy.
But then because of that week, we always make those little stick figure things and, like, leave them on each other's cars and stuff.
Dude.
Up. But yeah, I'll never forget that we got that really early. And
one of my goals is, I plan to get like a horror sleeve done. So like horror, just a bunch of horror like tattoos, add to the supernatural collection here. So I kind of want to get a small, like the Blair Witch logo on my wrist, which I think is going to be my next, just kind of fun tattoo. The Hexe, from the Assassin's Creed Hexe. That looks, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, and some other things I like to watch around this time of year. Paranorman is one of our all-time favorite. Like, it's one of those that you can watch with the family. It's like doing what they do best, and it's in my opinion my favorite Leica movie. It's them at the top of their game. And that and Nightmare Before Christmas are two. They make a great double feature, right? They're both have that really beautiful stop motion, and just really, really well done movies, both of them. And I personally, listen, Nightmare Before Christmas is an all-time classic, but I feel like that and Paranorman are on the same level. They have the same, amount of heart and the same amount of ingenuity and everything that goes into those kind of movies. Just blows my mind. So,
statement. I agree, though.
Lower. I like Coraline a lot too, though.
Yeah,
right.
Neil Gaiman. So there have been a couple of horror trailers that dropped recently. One of them was Hellraiser, like the new Hellraiser that's dropping on Hulu. Again, first of all, killing it with the new Predator movie. Now they're dropping like a really good-looking Hellraiser.
I think it looks great.
I think it looks a lot of fun. I'm not the biggest fan of the first one.
Neither am I.
I like Clive Barker's like weird satanic going also back to what Nolan was talking about, like toys. Back in the day, in like the 90s, I don't know if you guys remember, McFarlane did a mashup with Clive Barker. I forget what it was called.
Yes.
Twisted something.
Tormented Souls or something like that?
Twisted Souls, yeah. I collected the crap out of those. I loved those.
Those were amazing.
Yeah. I
also like their Twisted Fairy Tale ones they did.
Yeah, they had like a really inappropriate Dorothy.
I
have that somewhere.
Anthony Blanco says, if we get fall weather, LOL. Seems like the 90s temp is the average forever now. I know, even up here in Portland, it's insane. It needs to go away.
Yeah.
We need fall weather.
It does. Yeah. All the hot weather needs to go to Portland. We want
no, please.
No, the hot weather going down there.
Our family Halloween main movie is Coraline or Beetlejuice. Yeah, those are two amazing. Yeah, Beetlejuice is.
Yeah, it's Hocus Pocus for us too. That's our Halloween movie.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus is up there for. Oh yeah, my wife, she absolutely. Like Hocus Pocus is. Yes, I think Hulu is coming out with some bangers. Absolutely right, Heather. They really, really are.
We still have to watch.
There's one I haven't. One movie I haven't seen ever until this year. So, have you guys seen Young Frankenstein?
Oh yeah.
No.
So I'd never seen it, and my wife, told me it was this amazing movie. So we watched it last week, It's really good.
Is that the Gene Wilder one?
It's hilarious, man. It's you've never seen it, Christian?
No, I've not. I should check it out.
Go watch it. Go watch it
right now. Yeah,
right now.
All right, bye guys.
Yeah, no, it's top notch. I'm glad you watched it, Nolan. It's incredible. It's so funny. Like growing up, that was one of the movies we used to watch a lot around Halloween time. I still love that movie.
The other trailer that dropped recently, this should be a little close to home for you, Nolan. Spirit Halloween, the movie.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for that.
Oh.
It's funny that you brought that up earlier. We actually just came from Spirit Halloween. We were trying to find some last minute.
I love Spirit Halloween. The stories, they're so cool.
Yeah. The movie. Did you watch the trailer for the movie, Nolan?
You did.
Yeah. Okay. That was my reaction too. I mean, obviously, it seems like a day check for Christopher Lloyd and Rachel Lee Cook, right? It's like they're gonna show up for like they're gonna be like in the movie for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, more power to them, man.
Anyways.
Yeah, it looks like a parody commercial. It doesn't even look like a real
speaking of parody commercial, The Munsters has hit Netflix as of yesterday. Rob Zombie's
No
The
way.
Munsters. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Hit Netflix yesterday. I'm gonna watch it. Like I have to watch it.
I didn't know it hit already. Oh man.
But it came out yesterday or today. What's today's date?
Today is the 27th.
Today. It dropped today.
Okay.
Anthony Blanco says, I've never seen the original Exorcist.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
You guys need to remedy that quickly.
I don't know if I can handle it. Yeah. I don't know if I can handle it. I was born and raised super Catholic, so it always
so
out.
That's the terrifying thing, right? So
yeah,
I was the same way, and let me tell you something about The Exorcist. So that movie terrifying. Somehow that movie, Exorcist and Child's Play, were two movies that I saw far too young. Like Exorcist and Jaws. Jaws, believe it or not, like Jaws. My parents took me and my sister to the drive-in to see Jaws, which is a horror movie. I don't care what anyone says; it's a horror movie. And apparently, my grandma likes to tell these stories about how me and my sister would not get off the blanket at the beach after we saw Jaws. So my parents apparently had a knack for torturing us. So somehow I saw The Exorcist. Somehow, must have went to I don't know. It was a re-release or something. Scared the crap out of me as a kid. Like Regan is probably one of the scariest things ever. I watched it again a few years ago. It's still very, very unnerving, very, very scary, but it's dated, right? It's like the 70s. You can tell like some of the stuff you're just kind of like, it's kind of laughable. But I mean, it's still super effective. I repeat, do not read the book. Do not.
Is it scarier?
The book? Okay, I handle horror no matter what, right? So one day I have the book and I picked up a paperback copy of the book. I don't think it's in here. Check, see if it's over there. I picked up an old paperback copy of the book because I wanted to read the book finally. I was like, I've seen the movie. I have to read the book. I cannot. I was having these nightmares after like halfway through the book. Like my mind was going in these weird places. I could not sleep. I had to like literally like, the joke people joke about like putting the book in the freezer. Like there's an episode of Friends where Joey puts The Shining in the freezer. And that's what I wanted to do with this book because it was terrifying. Here it is right here. Here's an old copy of the look at that creepy face on the cover.
Look at that, man.
Yeah. Like
I want to read it.
Like it's freaking
Anthony
nice
Blanco out, man.
But this book, I got maybe this far into it before I was like, I can't do it. I still can't finish reading it.
So the creepiest book I've ever read, it's I don't think it's horror technically. It was Less Than Zero.
Dude, I haven't read the book. I've seen the movie. Of course.
I haven't seen. I refuse to watch the movie after reading that book.
Oh, really? Yeah, I never read the book. So
I used to work I was really young. I was still in college, and I was working at an elementary school. I was like crossing guard, and I was sitting there like reading it, and like multiple parents walked by. They're like, "Hey, Chris," they're like, "What are you?" Oh my God, you're reading that? They're like, "Have you seen the movie?" And I'm like, "There's a movie." They're like, "Robert Downey Jr. used to see it."
Yep.
I'm like, "Nope." I finished reading it on Easter at my aunt's house, and it was like I've kind of stopped reading for a long time after it. It was like
That
rough.
Is great.
But Dude, like you also mentioned something that you watched too young, right? Like, do you guys like Nolan and everybody in the chat, Eli too? Like, what is the thing that you probably I was too young for this?
So he's 15. You could probably answer this. What do you think that we've watched that you can say I probably shouldn't have watched that, Dad? You could be honest, like horror specifically.
I could say a couple. I could say a couple horror movies, but I don't remember the names. All I remember is either Halloween or Friday the 13th.
That's all right. I mean,
I did watch this kind of young, like not young, but like at least 10.
Well, you guys are like they have me as a dad. Okay. I'm sorry. This is, one time I remember I was talking to my daughter, right? This was years ago. And we were talking about somehow the topic of Jeffrey Dahmer came up in the car. And like, she was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like, how do you know about Jeffrey Dahmer? She's like, you're my dad. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Excellent.
You're like, ouch.
So
yeah, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like, sorry, I talk about that kind of weird stuff. But yeah, what about you guys? What were
Nolan, what about you? What's your I was too young for movie?
I don't think I have one. I was raised off of rated R movies and whatnot, man. So like we watched, Predator 2, we watched the gore movies, we watched the scary movies. We heard scarier stories from our grandmother than the movies we would watch. So nothing really scared us. I'll tell you one thing that looks freaky right now is the trailer for Pray for the Devil. Which I don't know if you guys have seen. That looks insane. And being like a super Catholic guy right here, I'm watching that like, dang, like that's insane.
Funny? Like it's funny. I just real quick. Heather says Jaws had me shook for years. Yeah, like that movie is it's terrifying. It's that shark. That's a whole other episode.
So it's the Universal Studios ride. It's still terrifying.
Oh yeah, like we should have an episode where we talk about is Jaws a horror movie and is Die Hard a Christmas movie. We can just throw them both together and see.
I'm gonna say yes
because the answer is yes.
No,
yes.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
We will discuss this when it comes later to Christmas.
It is.
Anthony Blanco says, "Oh my God, stop! You're freaking me out." And Anthony also said, "Goosebumps is my max." Just speaking of Goosebumps, real quick, there are. If you guys have not seen Fear Street on Netflix, there's 3 Fear Street movies on Netflix. They're each, what was it, 1994, 1978, and 1666. If you guys have not watched those, go watch them. They're based off of a book series by R.L. Stine, kind of a more adult-oriented, or a little bit older teen. But the Fear Street books are written by R.L. Stine, kind of one level up from Goosebumps. But they made very good, and they made 3 movies based off 3 of the books, and they all connect together. It's a trilogy. Each movie is like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but they take place in the retrospective years, and they kind of all come together at the end. It's really cool. A really cool series. It
goes down the timeline.
Yeah. So it's not a series. It's 3 movies. Definitely check them out. They're on Netflix. They're streaming now.
Netflix. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's got Maya Hawke, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things.
Wow,
both of them from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's got this amazing cast of people. Heather says she liked Fear Street a lot. It was amazing. It's an amazing trilogy. And the books are great too if you haven't read the books. So I mean there's a million of the books, just like there are Goosebumps, but definitely check out these movies, and I think they're good for like kind of older teens to adults. Like you're not going to show them to my daughter's watched them all and she's 11, but normal parents but they're fun. It's just really gory and bloody. Nothing really like crazy. Not a lot of cursing. Not a lot of sexual stuff. Just good old fashioned horror.
When I was a kid,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say when I was a kid, my parents were like very adamant about like the things they didn't allow me to watch was like the sexual stuff, right? Like if there was nudity, then it was a no-go. But if it was violence, go ahead. Like,
same.
So like my inappropriate movie, 1987, I was 4 years old and I was obsessed with it, RoboCop. It wasn't a horror movie.
Oh yeah. I mean,
but wildly inappropriate for a 4 or 5-year-old to be watching. The next year I asked Santa for like an Ed 209 toy. And I think we've talked about this, like the fact that they had toys, an action figure for a very rated R movie for little kids.
So great.
80s, man. It's the 80s. Really weird.
Oh, that's true. So I was looking on Netflix right now because I was trying to find Monsters. But I came across 2 movies that we didn't bring up for Halloween. And I'm really shocked at Kevin for one of them. But I'm really shocked at myself for one of them. I mean, how do we not bring up Morbius? I mean, Milo and everything. How do we not bring it up? You know,
Morbius. Everyone, Morbius is on Netflix. Go watch it.
Here's the thing.
But
Let
I
me
got
talk
something
about this
even
really
better.
quickly.
Venom 2.
What is that?
Oh Jesus! Hubie Halloween.
I don't even know what
One
that
of the
is.
worst.
It's Kevin's favorite movie.
I absolutely despise Hubie Halloween, except for the mom. That was his mom, right? With the sweaters, like his mom's sweaters were class. But
I thought you liked Adam Sandler's accent the best. You told me he was like masterclass of acting.
God.
So I watched Morbius for you guys for this stream. I watched Morbius. I spent 2 hours of my fucking time watching that movie. So the thing I can ask you, please watch House of Dragon for me. Like just so we can exchange.
Wish I could.
And like
Wish
we can
I
watch
could.
something good. House of
You
Dragon.
have
do it.
HBO Max out there.
You wouldn't let me watch that?
I don't know what you watch when I'm not here.
He's like, I'm your dad.
I
watch things I get close, but not that.
Like I would just House of Dragon is just some of the juiciest writing. Right,
I'll check it out.
And Milo's in it.
Yeah,
we'll check it out.
I think it would be okay. It's not too bad. You're 15. Like I don't know.
Listen.
It's your call, Kevin.
We live in a time and a household where my wife would just watch Game of Thrones just out in the big TV, and like the kids would just be wandering, and Euphoria.
Heather, thank you. Oh,
you know,
God.
like it's just like if they, the kids get uncomfortable, they can leave.
I typically do leave. I go in my room and watch my own shit.
Yeah.
I feel like HBO should pay me, but I know how it ended, right? I know how season 8 was so bad. See, let's be honest, season 6, season 7, season 8 were really bad. And I was really hesitant walking into House of the Dragon, but like, my God, if they haven't had like the biggest uphill battle, they had an IP that was so beloved that was completely tanked. Like completely tanked to the point where like I buried this shirt. Like I stopped wearing, like I think a lot of fans did that. And like what House of Dragon has done, I can't like each episode is just like I haven't even like I would say my favorite this year has been Stranger Things or Sandman. Is those Peacemaker this year? I don't even know.
Yeah, Peacemaker was this beginning of this year.
Damn, this is a good year.
It's been a crazy year, and the new season of Harley Quinn is up now too.
Oh, I heard, yeah. House of the Dragon, man. Matt Smith. Oh my God, like
Milo.
So good. Details of the dragons, the depth of each character and storyline. Yeah. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, like
dude, they do a good job.
They're such well realized characters, dude. It's such it's this fragile eggshell that at any moment can just fall apart. That's like the best way I can describe it. That's it.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, check out House of the Dragon. Check out Fear Street. Check out Blair Witch Project. Check out Paranorman. Check out all of this stuff. You guys will love it. You guys will enjoy it. And join us when we do our costume contest, our costume party. That'll be fun. Like we're gonna do that. We'll get that set up and that'll be out. So yeah. Do you guys have anything else you guys wanted to talk about? You guys wanted to bring up?
Can I say something real fast? It isn't necessarily a specific game, but rather a mode in the game. Ewok Hunt in Battlefront 2.
Ewok Hunt? Wow.
Check that out. That sounds horrific.
Oh, no. You are the hunted.
Oh, that sounds fun then. That sounds
interesting. Unless you're the Ewok, then you are doing the hunting.
And just go read this book. Great. This podcast has now been cursed. Sorry, guys. You guys have to.
Kevin, are you gonna read it?
Huh?
You gonna finish it?
Eventually I will. I think.
Full all-nighter.
Yeah.
I will.
I'm gonna try to burn it, but with my luck, it's just gonna show up the next day right on my bookshelf.
Try to find a cozy place.
I wouldn't try
it. Gasoline and enough stuff to burn it. I will do it.
No. Anyways, thank you guys for checking out the show today. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining me, man. Nolan, Christian, that was a lot of fun. You guys can check us out. Make sure to follow, Pastrami Nation for the latest in movie news, reviews, things like that. Everything. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, MySpace, LinkedIn. No, I don't know. I don't think we're on LinkedIn, but I don't know. We have a MySpace, but you can follow us.
There's
on
portions
all
of us on
internet.
LinkedIn.
Yeah. You can check us out. You can follow all of us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Make sure to check us out. So, yeah. So unless there's anything else you guys got, I think that'll be it for the night. All right.
That's
you have
it.
fun.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Everybody have a
All
good
right,
night.
you guys. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye, guys.